What if the ordinary quarter in your pocket right now was quietly carrying one of America's most powerful stories of ambition, heritage, and hidden pride? Imagine holding a small piece of metal that captures the soul of the American West. Not just any coin, a 2006 South Dakota Quarter. It looks like simple pocket change. But what if this coin has been waiting for someone like you to truly see it? What if its design holds secrets most people completely miss? And what if it carries a forgotten story that connects you to something much bigger? Stay with me, because this isn't just about a coin. It's about history coming alive in your hand. It's about 4 presidents carved into a mountain, a bird soaring across endless prairie, and a state born in the shadow of legends. This is the untold story of the 2006 South Dakota State Quarter, a coin that feels legendary once you know what to look for. The camera slowly zooms in on the coin spinning on a dark wooden table, light dancing across every ridge. Dramatic music swells. Cut to sweeping drone shots over the Black Hills at sunrise. Picture this. November 2006. The 50 State Quarters program was reaching its final chapters, creating a collecting frenzy across America like never before. Millions of families were searching through change, filling albums, and sharing discoveries with their kids. South Dakota's quarter was released as the 40th design, honoring the state that joined the Union on November 2, 1889. It wasn't just another coin. It was part of a movement that turned ordinary Americans into treasure hunters and brought state history into everyday pockets. Close up on the obverse, George Washington's strong profile gazing forward with liberty, in God we trust, and quarter dollar. The familiar face that has watched over American coinage for generations. But flip it over, and the real magic begins. The reverse explodes with South Dakota's wild spirit. At the center stands Mount Rushmore, the majestic carved faces of George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. These 4 presidents symbolize American democracy, leadership, and bold vision. Above them, a ring-necked pheasant takes flight, wings spread wide, South Dakota's official state bird, representing freedom and the untamed beauty of the plains. Below, golden stalks of wheat sway gently, honoring the state's rich agricultural heritage and its role as a breadbasket for the nation. South Dakota and 1889 proudly mark the design, with E Pluribus Unum below. Designer John Mercanti captured this entire scene with stunning detail and depth. Zoom in tight. The textured granite of the presidential faces, every feather on the pheasant's wing, the delicate grains on each wheat stalk. You can almost feel the wind rushing through the Black Hills and hear the pheasant's call echoing across the open prairie. But here's where it gets truly interesting. Most people glance at this coin and see nice pictures. Serious collectors see something much deeper, hidden details that most completely ignore. Look closer. The pheasant appears to burst forward with dynamic motion lines that pull your eye upward. The wheat stalks frame the design perfectly, giving it balance and life. Mount Rushmore's faces have incredible depth and shadow play, thanks to expert engraving. Even the fields around the mountain show subtle textures that change under different lighting. These small artistic choices make the coin feel alive in your hand. Now let's talk mint marks. Check near Washington's shoulder on the front. You'll find either a small P for Philadelphia or D for Denver. Both mints produced hundreds of millions of these quarters. They were made for everyday use, which means they traveled across the country in pockets, cash registers, and piggy banks. This is where the real excitement of coin collecting begins. While most circulated examples stay near face value, coins that survived in pristine condition tell a different story. The difference between a worn quarter and one in perfect, uncirculated state can be remarkable. Condition is everything. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC examine every detail: surface quality, strike sharpness, eye appeal. A coin in high grade becomes a certified piece of history protected forever in its slab. But this coin is about more than just collecting. It touches something emotional. When you hold this 2006 South Dakota Quarter, you're not just touching metal, you're connecting with the incredible story of Mount Rushmore. That massive project began in 1927 and took 14 years of dangerous work to complete. It stands as a monument to perseverance and American ideals. The soaring pheasant represents the free spirit of the Great Plains. The wheat speaks of hard work, harvest, and feeding a growing nation. Collectors aren't simply buying coins. They're preserving moments. They chase the thrill of discovery, the nostalgia of childhood hunts through pocket change, and the quiet joy of completing a set. There's a deep emotional attachment, a feeling that this small object links you to something timeless and meaningful. Rehook. But what if the very coin in your pocket right now has a secret? What if it's one of the cleaner, sharper examples that survived the years in perfect condition? Visuals. Quick cuts of the coin flipping through the air, historical black and white photos of Mount Rushmore being carved, golden prairie landscapes at sunset, excited families sorting quarters in 2006. The 50 State Quarters program was a cultural phenomenon. It introduced millions of people to coin collecting. Kids learned geography and history without realizing it. South Dakota's design arrived near the end of the series, carrying the full weight of that excitement. Its striking visuals and powerful symbolism make it one of the most beloved designs even today. Imagine the atmosphere back then, people rushing to banks for fresh rolls, the buzz in early online forums, the pride when someone first spotted their home state quarter. It felt like the whole country was connected, one coin at a time. Viewer question: have you ever found a state quarter that made you pause and look closer? Tell me in the comments. As we come to the end of this journey, return to that simple quarter in your hand. It may have started as ordinary change, but it carries the weight of mountains, the freedom of flight, the abundance of the land, and the enduring faces of great leaders. In our fast digital world, this physical piece of history feels grounding and real. The 2006 South Dakota Quarter is more than a coin. It's a tiny portal into American pride, perseverance, and the beauty of the West. It reminds us that extraordinary stories often hide in the most ordinary places. So the next time you receive change, take a moment. Flip that quarter. Study the details. You might be holding a piece of living history, one that connects you to a bigger story. If this video changed how you look at your coins, smash that like button. Share it with a friend who loves history or collecting. Subscribe for more deep cinematic dives into coins that carry secret stories. Turn on notifications so you never miss the next discovery. What story does your favorite coin tell? Share it in the comments below. I read every single one, and your story might spark the next video. Thanks for watching until the end. Keep hunting, keep discovering, and remember, sometimes the greatest treasures are hiding in plain sight.